Astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, July 24th to Sunday, July 30th. All right, Aries, now what we've got going on for you is major new beginnings here in terms of what makes you happy, what you enjoy, and what you love. Could be a new romantic relationship, could be a new hobby, could just be doing something that is more fun for you that you just really enjoy, okay? So I think that's what's coming in here for you in a really big way this week. I think while that's going on, you're also thinking there, your mind's also there about some new thing that you're doing that you enjoy. That's because we also have Mercury finishing out at the very, very end there of Leo in your 5th house of happiness, okay? This Mercury is also here making a trine over to Aries in your 1st as well. So I think there's also an opportunity while this new thing that you're doing that makes you happy to really get some insights about who you are, about what you want, about how this new thing relates to who you are and to where you're going in some way, okay? I think that's going on there. There can also be some unexpected things that you do, okay, that you feel in some way that lead you to kind of do something new or different that's more exciting for you and have more of like a hobby or a passion project or some kind of romantic relationship, okay? Once that comes in, that new beginning there, I think you're going to have a lot of choices that you're going to have to make, okay? Those choices for you are going to have a lot to do with communication with people around town and your immediate environment and community, okay? And it's also gonna have to do with something new or different that you're doing, okay? I think you wanna do something new, different, exciting in your life perhaps that you haven't done before, and I think what you're trying to figure out, what you need to figure out this week is, you know, what in your immediate environment can you take with you, you know, on this new thing? What people around town are on board with this new exciting thing that you're doing in some way? Maybe needing to let some people go that aren't on board with you so that you can move forward, or balance between things that are going on in your community, find the balance there, and something new or different that you're doing. Could also ask you to figure out too how you feel and how you think about this thing, to adjust your perspective, to think about where your life is going and something new or different that you're doing in the right ways, okay? So I think there's a lot of that's going on for you. I think you may feel a little uncomfortable about something inside you, not feeling quite right, not feeling like you can think about your life in the right way, not feeling like people around town in your community understand you, or that you have what it takes, you know, to work with people around town. I think there could be some insecurity there, but I think you need to not worry about that so much and to push through some of these insecurities, because we're coming into new chapters and new phases of life here, and I think that's nothing to be worried about, okay? And I think once you make some of these choices, especially with what's going on with people around town in your community, and to adjust your perspective on things, it's going to be a lot easier for you to bring more joy into your life, to do more things that are happy and that you like, and to really become more peaceful with yourself and do what it is that you want and get right with yourself, and to communicate more about just what's going on that you want and that you like, okay? So I think that's what's going to happen there. While that's going on, I think we're also trying to figure out how to make sense of all these changes that have come to our life recently and where our life is going. That's because we do also have Pluto, which is in your 10th house of career. Maybe there's been lots of changes in your career and your life direction and where it is that you see your life going in some way. Maybe your career is different from when it was a year or 2 years ago in some way, or your reputation. And I think you're trying to figure out how you can take these changes that have happened into your career and really integrate them into some kind of partnership. Could be a marriage partnership, could be a business partnership in some way. Maybe your life has kind of gone in a different direction and you've neglected people and partners and things like that by the wayside. And I think you kind of need to figure out how to bring them together and how to make sense of where your relationships are, or where your relationship is now that some of this other stuff has changed in your life, about where your life is going, okay? So I see that being a big thing for you this week. As that's happening too, we do have Mercury at the middle of the week moving into Virgo in your 6th house of job. So I think you're also thinking a lot, communicating a lot about your jobs, about your daily routines, about something very, very practical to you as well. I think a lot of that might have to do with other people, with partners, and a relationship that you have, trying to figure out in a practical way how the two can work together, your job and your relationships and your partnerships there, that you may be a little frustrated with. Not that you know, you can have a job or daily routines that the people in your life are happy with or okay with, but just that it's going to take a little bit of time for you to kind of work out some of the kinks and figure out the details and get that there, okay? Same with yourself. I think you got a lot of internal stuff you're trying to overcome that you feel like is holding you back, that you need to break through, and I think you're still waiting for some answers there. You're still waiting to feel more comfortable with that, and I also think that's going to take some time as well for you to get right with that, okay? So that's what I have for you there. All right, now your card for the week is the Emperor upright. This is actually a good card. This to me indicates you doing whatever it can and whatever it takes to really build your own kingdom this week and to have a life that's very stable, that's very secure, to protect the things that you have, okay? So I think it's going to be a good week. If you don't feel like your life is stable, secure, you know, like you're kind of on top of your kingdom or whatever, I think you need to figure out what it is that you can do to build more of that in your life in a very, you know, calm and clear manner, strategically. Or I think you need to think about how you can protect what it is that you already have so that it doesn't get worn away bit by bit and piece by piece here. I think you need to work some of that stuff out just to have more of the stability. And this too does indicate not a time to do crazy things either, not a time to get weird and like do things you haven't tried before, but to stay tried and true, stay on the path and move forward. That could be a little bit hard with Uranus here in your first house, but I think you need to make sure that as you're moving forward this week, that you're not upsetting the balance, not tearing your kingdom down in the process, okay? So that's what I've got for you this week. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.